So we're actually making a helicopter pad out of this guy. Right now, it's actually for, I'm sure this is it. So you can actually see what I'm doing. But it's actually what I'm trying to make it out of it. Very quite good. Very quite indeed. But you can actually see it. See if I can write this up. There we go. We're actually making a helicopter pad out of the system right now because it's going to take a while to make this. What I'm doing with some paints, these are actually fishing paints I did. You just need a marker when you mark it, and I'm probably going to make the designs. I'm using these for my quadcopters. And my Phantom actually is going to be quite good. See, for a guy like this, you can actually put a perfect quadcopter like this size, and the big Phantom actually fits. That's almost the size of a Phantom. When I measure those things that high, it's perfect for them and perfect for a Phantom. We want it that large. So right now I'm going to paint them white. Each letter is white. Doesn't matter. You need this when you go level it out. Some people put tarps in it, but I like it this way. Just need some paint on this thing right now. It's perfect, but I'm going to be putting some black on it too. Hope I have enough black to cover the whole surface. But I can go get other blacks for it too. So I'm just trying to paint this right now. Well, at least it's going to be great. Once I paint it, it'll be perfect when it lands on this. It's smooth. Probably going to be getting some more paints soon. Right now, I need to paint the H right now to be perfect for everything for the landing pad. So we're making a helicopter pad today. So this is my custom one for the Phantom when I get that guy going. But this will be outside. I'll take it outside, but it's an old table I got from outside. It's been out in the weather for a year, but there's no termites and bugs that live here in this part of the world. In Utah they don't. Because it's mostly all desert. Because mostly you have like ants and that usually live. So we're actually making this for the quadcopter. I'm painting this for them. They can fit any size of drone. You can put a Phantom 4 on this. You can put a Maverick on this. You can put those giant quadcopters. They probably go that far out to here. That's why I made it this size. I also can make another size of this size on the back sides of it too. Because I want something really smooth for my Phantom to land on it. It should be able to do this when you calibrate your drones. When you lay it on a flat surface, like when you take it outside in rocky conditions, some areas out in the desert or some places in the world, you don't want to put it in the grass and get it all cut up and stuff. This will be perfect for that. I'm actually making this helicopter port pad. From the air, you'll be able to see it when you fly above. Just need to paint this guy the way I wanted to do. I'm using this kind of paint. This is like fish and lure type paint. But this you can find this at Hobby Lobby stores. That's what you can get these paints. And they're very good quality paints. They use on fishing lures or anything you can paint, probably drones and stuff. You can probably use this on anything you want because it's actually really good quality paint. It's airbrush paint. But this stuff doesn't, it does stain the crap out of this, but it does really good. Right now I'm trying to get all the paint up in layers and stuff. Yeah, you don't have to be fancy about it, but you can get it all made. Why you want to pay $20 for a stupid tarp pen? You can make one for yourself, and you can actually get a tarp and paint each letter or either way. So most of this is sponsored by them. You can make your own custom one out of a tarp. That's all it is. It's just mostly camp tie downs. Or someone that threw out a tent, you can use that for a helicopter pad too. Why do you people want to go pay someone to sponsor says you can make your own? You can make your own designs. But it's not, it's definitely, I got this the way I want it. It's perfect. It's the way I want it. I'm making my own helicopter pad for it. Also, I can use it as a portable solder outer station too. Because I just hope this comes out really good. This is what we need, people. Just need to paint my perfect surfaces. Each is what I gotta make. Just gotta cover all these little holes. I'd rather use model paint, but it's great. I actually did some measurements on this. Sorry about that. Because once you make your helicopter pad, you'd be great for life with your drones. This will be perfect for me. But if you want to go pay $20, you can save a lot of money doing this. Okay, gotta see what my position to H looks like. I'm gonna make this so I can make the railings like that. It's actually really good. You need a lot of layers. I probably need to go a little bit further out like the other one did. That's perfect. That's what I need. I'm probably going to start with the H right about here. I'm trying to get my measurements. That's what you need, but you can always erase this with an eraser. No big deal. I'm going to paint all this black when I do it. Right about there. Because you're going to make a large H like this when you fly. You want it perfect. Because you want it dead center, the way I do it. So I can actually paint this whole thing. You get a lot of white paint. But you guys can see it, what I'm doing. I have this camera on right now. I'm using my Sony cam, but it's the best thing I use. It's good for doing videos like this. That's the thing I won on Lestia.com so about two years ago, that camera actually. It has an 80 gig hard drive in it, so I have all the time in the world I can record. I ran it for 12 hours once. I ran a 12-hour time frame on it for viewing my view down looking toward the valleys in Utah at night and running daylight. I actually ran a time-lapse video on that thing. With the plug inside it, it's pretty good. If you have a power converter, it's pretty good. It will go good. So I'm trying to make a really big, large H thing so you can actually do this. You don't have to be fancy about it, but it'll be perfect. Because when you look at it from the air, you know how objects look so small from the air? That's why I make it that way, so I can see it when I fly down from the camera. Because when you look at it from the Phantom, you can actually see where it's at from the sky. That's why you want it very large like this. Because you know how like helicopter pads when they land at airports. That's why I need something this large to make it look really cool. But from the air, when you point down to the ground, when you see it, you will see it from when you land your drone. That's how you can change your camera's look down. But for racing quads, you probably won't see it, but for Phantoms like this, you can see it from the position when you land. That's why you want it that way. Or any kind of drone that actually has a camera or gimbal that looks down. You want something really big to see it from the sky. And when you land, then you can see where you're going to land your perfect land. It looks like, you know how objects look far away. I'm going to paint this whole thing black. If I get some black in there, that'd be great. It's a perfect helicopter pad, but I can make one different kind of sizes. Some people should sell these things for their drone pilots. People pay $20. I'll sell them for like $20 to $25 of these things. You just need a letter H and that's all you have to do. It's a helicopter port, that's what it is. But your Phantom drone will be able to see it once I get it all set up. That'll be quite good. Some people just use Rogan thing, but this stuff will last a very long time once you do this. I gotta make it really customized, but it's really cool. At least I know what it looks like in the air. But yeah, you get this paint at Hobby Lobby, like a whole paint kit set. It'll be perfect for when you do your drones. That's what I'm saying. I'll do that later. I gotta go work on the sideline. I'm gonna do some layer painting on this. That's what I'm saying. So all I need something like this to start out. And before I do that, I'll start on that. Mm-hmm. Really get enough paint off. Gotta paint the sucker a long way. That moves up and paint these over wet brown white. Okay. Here we go, more people. We're actually almost done soon. I painted this whole thing black, except the outer edges. I'm using some gloss black. I had to use gloss black and just using normal lacquers. Pretty good. It's going to look good when you fly it from the position. That's what it will look like when you fly it from the camera when you point it down. It's going to look like that. So you got to make it look so big to do everything. But you gotta let it dry out for a while. It's already dry, but you can't even see it from the position there. You know how much you want to charge us for something like this? For like 45 to 50 bucks for something like this to make it out of paint. It's all the companies are doing, making money out of little logos. Wish you can design it yourself. Probably most of the paint only is like 4 to 5 bucks or something. Yeah, why? You can actually make your own designs. Also, you can use gloss paint and just regular model paint you can do. This is mostly airbrush paint I'm using. It's pretty good, but it'll last a long time. I'm using this on, this is actually regular wooden surfaces, but when you use this, once it's pretty good, you can use it as a solder iron station or a helicopter port. It's mostly where all my drums will be put on this. But I want it to be like this to perfectly. It's a helicopter pad. You can use it almost anything you want for quadcopters, drones, helis, racing drones you can land on it. My fan will be sit on this one. Once it's dry and everything's good, you'll be fine. I don't have enough paint to do it all. But try the cat come around. I just switch it here and bring it on the door up there. Usually I have a cat in the restaurant. At least it's a helicopter pad you can see from the air. And what it looks like when you're flying above, it looks like that when you look at above the surface. Because when you fly, you have to see that in the position where you're going to land. Because when you look at it way up, like when I'm looking at this camera angle, you can actually see that. And the cool thing, you can set other helicopters next to quadcopters, and you can put your big giant fan in the middle of it. You can put a Maverick, It's a good size for an Aspire 1 you can fit on this thing. That's how big it is. An Aspire 1 can fit the whole entire helicopter pad on it. Because they usually stick out, or you can put a giant drone in this. Because it can fit a Aspire 1, that's how big this guy is. That's why I made it this size for those kind of things. Or you can put a fan on this. Or any small quadcopter will be fine. That's why I do it, folks, and that's why you gotta make your own helicopter pad. But there's people done better ones. People just spray paint it. I did mine with airbrush paint to make it look professional. Make it look really cool. As long as you don't have the animals walking on you, you'll be fine. Since it's going to be snowing for like in a day or two, but not extreme snow, probably about an inch. So you gotta do indoor projects like this when you get it all done. But usually we'll warm back up in a day or two. But during this month only, I think the snowstorms are over soon. It's kind of different than where we're at than the weather out east and all that. We're actually doing really quite good. See, the helicopter pad's looking really good on the thing. So I'm trying to cover up this down here. I'm doing painting wallpaper type, but it's easy to paint this. That should be it all really set up, ready to be quite good. Once you cover this up, it'll be ready to go when you fly. But we'll be doing some tests on this thing when we get it all set up and everything. Not right now, we'll have to wait till this thing dries out and put all the stuff to it. You can put LED lights in this if you want, but this is for like if you're gonna fly above, you have to know your helicopter pad. This is like you can take this to the park or something, or out in the middle of nowhere, because some places when you take this, you're gonna put a fan on the ground, you want to put it on something smooth like this, so when you take off from it'll be quite good. And some of those areas be rocky conditions, sand conditions, or anything. But some people who make those tarp helicopter pad things, you probably can make your own out of mostly spray paint or duct tape or anything like that. And they try to sell you the whole thing like a plastic for $20, which is all the same stuff made out of camp material and everything. You have to know the material it's made out of. We all know it's made out of like polyester or something like that. We're almost done right now. I was just covering all the patches up. You gotta make sure you look at them. Make sure you cover all the patches up when you do this. Looking really good, but on camera it's kind of look different. What's this? $4 euros. Sorry about that, folks. We're almost done quite good. So, we're good. Yeah, it's okay, folks. We're quite almost done. Soon, this thing will be the helicopter pad that can actually quite go when we're flying. So, this thing's got a lot of paint on it. So folks, we're gonna probably come back to this later and see what it looks like when it's dried. But it's actually looking really good. It's actually the helicopter port I made. So you can actually see it far away from it. That's what it will look like when you fly above. It's perfect, but it actually can line up the phantoms. But I put it that way because it's the way I make the design. But it's good. At least you can see it. And let's just have to let this stuff dry out for a while, and we'll come back a little later when we see this during the day. So it's actually supposed to be for the quadcopters to land on that, and you can do other planes too with this. But it's supposed to be for the quadcopters and drones and phantoms. You could probably put an Aspire 1 on this thing, or even a Maverick, or even the larger drones can land on this too. So catch you later. So we'll check this video a little later, see if when it dries up, I'll show you a little bit more with this camera a little bit later. To all my special friends, including Danielle and Blake, catch you all later. Thanks. So this is actually my helicopter pad. You can see it. I actually made it all right. I put all my little drones on it. These are all the drones I own so far. This little microquad actually needs to fix with the little motors, but I actually got these. I got all these for free. All these drones I got for free, except the DJI one, because my DJI one actually it's not the one for free. That one I got during Christmas. This is actually a Phantom 3 Advance, but that one I actually have. This one actually works good. It's all brand new. I got it back in 2016. It was during Christmas. During the time it was. Here's my AVX drone I got during the time. That was my other drone I usually use. It still works good. To all my special friends, including Blake and Danielle, you can see this. But this one has like an Xbox controller. You've seen it flow in some videos, but I still have some videos I've flown on the day I have. When the weather usually warms, I usually fly, but because these things you can't fly in like in 46 to 42 degree weather because battery life will eat up pretty fast because it's usually short on that quite a deal what they are. But that's what they do. But yeah. See, that's actually a Phantom 3 Advance. Because the Advance usually has those controllers. The Standard usually has a one standard. I have WindSurfers for that. You can also modify those controls if you want. You can switch out the chip on the bottom of it and hook it up to an HD TV, to a television. Usually a transmitter will work, and quite good. The remote actually goes with this guy here, because this guy's an FPP. It's pretty quite good. But I made this helicopter pad so I can put the drones on there when they land on it. It's actually a big one. It could fit probably an Aspire 1 or those other ones like Mavericks. They're quite good. But these are actually all my drones and quadcopters. All the other ones got for free except like I told you. But this is actually the micro quad that actually goes on the box like the Pocket Drone. But it needs motor fixing because it works. The controller is good. The board's really good. This is actually when I got Pocket Drone 10124 that goes to that guy.
But actually when I tried it, it works really good. The return home, all the buttons work fine. These little pocket drones, you probably can make them into large guys. I believe you can modify them too. This guy's motor's been replaced on the back side. When that guy flew, it did really good. I'm going to show you right now. This is my Phantom guy, because it's actually got everything with that. This guy is pretty good. The AVAX is really good. It's really awesome, but you can also make that thing into FPP. I'm trying to make that one into FPP when I get it all right, because once you put a camera on the top or on the bottom, you can record it from a video thing and make it all FPP. These guys, you can do almost anything. I try to hook one of those AOA keychains to it, but most of those things do work. It used to work when it was really good, but it still works somehow. But this is actually the remote that goes with these. But these remotes can work for anything that is 5.8 gigahertz with that controller. So you can still tune other quadcopters too. If you have other cameras, you can see it on the screen. It records off this one too on the memory card. But you can modify these two to make them long range. For this guy is actually a racing quad. They're pretty good when you start out with. But they're called the Husband H107D. That one I got off of Lestia.com for free. That one I do. They're quite good. But these are the drones I got in the last year and a half. This drone is almost a year old. This one's almost a year old. This one I got during Black Friday when these things were $9 on Amazon. I got a good deal on this guy. And I got some batteries with that. But this guy is the DJI Phantom. You can run apps on it, you can do all kinds of stuff. This is the advanced version. It has a little bit more stuff that they have. And mostly, some people do fly the Phantom 4s, but the Phantom 4s actually have a different type what they are. People go with a lot of with the Phantom 3s and the Pros. The problem with these kind of guys, like you have to get more batteries for them, but they can go at least 25-minute flight times, 23-minute flight times. You can go further distance with it too, because there's actually one app will actually make it go right. You can put virtual reality goggles on the cell phone, but yes, you can hook this to a TV screen. You get the right kind of chip that goes to an HDMI. Usually it will cost like $100 to put this chip in. You can do it yourself, and it has an HDMI port, but you can plug it into any TV screen when you do it. Which I have a TV monitor, I can actually get that. If I don't want to go look it on the GPS screen thing or on your phone, or either way, you can actually fly it with that. The camera will interact with the video transmission right through it. It would. I'll have to probably get it upgraded when that time happens to get the chip that goes on the bottom of this thing. And I'll show you the remote control. See, you can actually take this remote. See that little white part right here? That little square part, the white part right here? This right here. I'm just doing it. That's actually where you can switch out the chip. So you can actually put the charging ports in. But with the chip, it'll have the charging port that it usually has with it and an HDMI that goes with the whole entire thing on the sides, like right here. You guys have a wonderful... I'm going to let you guys go in a few seconds because I have to show you this right now. This is actually the helicopter pad I made. See, you can make them all kinds of size. That's why I designed it. I use actually those paints I actually was showing you. I was using these kind of paints like these. These paints you can get at Hobby Lobby. You can find these at Hobby Lobby. Most you can get the paint brushes there. You can get paints like that to put on these things. And it usually works quite good. Look how smooth that is. I actually did some layers on it. It's actually a helicopter pad. That's what I made. I can also put it on the back side if I wanted to make one too. This is actually where it's supposed to take off. A lot of times, these things you don't need giant buying these type of things. They actually do. Except this one needs some binding when you do that, when you take off, when you fly. But this, it's perfect for all kinds of drones. You can put a racing quad on this, because racing quads are almost that's about that size, a little bit larger. They almost fill half the space. But when it looks from the air, when you see it, it actually will, you can actually see it when you fly above. It's my helicopter pad. When you sit this on here, very quite good. See, you can see the design how I made it. It took me a lot of times. What I did, I used magic marker, the Sharpie. Use like a Sharpie. You measure with a ruler, like I did. I actually going to show you some demonstration in videos. You can actually see what I did during last week. It was last weekend this time, and I got to finish, like, it took like 2 days to finish it up, but you had to let the paint dry and all that stuff when you do it. It's actually really quite good. But it's actually really quite good. Sorry about that, people. So I'm just going to show you a little bit more about this thing. What I did, we actually, what I was trying to say, I actually did with Sharpies when I used rulers. So I painted around this whole thing. It took about 3 to 4 hours to get it all set up right. The helicopter pad is actually what you do. You can also do your own design, but I actually made this simple design. So when you fly from above the air like this, it'll get smaller and smaller when you fly. But you can see it from the distance because it's hard to spot out, but you'll be able to see it no problem. You can also put LED lights on if you want later on with a battery on it. Usually put LED lights like around here. Usually you can hook up some kind of switchboard at work, like LED lights with a battery or something. Sometimes that will work. Or there's a lot of things you put glow in the dark stuff, but usually that's actually a very quick helicopter pad I made. You can also make one with bright colors if you want to. Either way. But it's really quite good. I made this simple design. I took this old table out outside, but it actually was good in the weather for all during winter. But usually it's actually pressed type, it's more like hard type wood. It's not even rotted or nothing. So I use those kind of paints when I do. So I'm going to let you guys go right now. You have a wonderful weekend this week to all my special friends, including Blake and Danielle. Just wanted to show you what I did with this whole design, what I did. So they're quite good.